Welcome to r/Bestof Redditor updates, where OP may have given her young baby an STD. Our next Reddit post is from r/legal advice and r/drew off my chest. My husband has ruined both of our lives by asking me to double up his lunch serving for work. What? And this post is very, very long. This might be a one-story episode, so I'm guessing things go off the rails on this one. I'm a 26-year-old woman and my husband is 25, and I've been married for almost 2 years and have a 6-month-old baby. I work part-time only to supplement our income and to pay for the legal process of getting my husband documented as an American citizen. He's an immigrant. We're very fortunate that it seems it may be an easy process of maybe 2 years max for his residency, but now I'm going to cancel everything and ask for a divorce. My routine used to be that I wake up 1.5 hours before him in the morning and make him lunch and pack everything for him for work and have his breakfast coffee and clothes ready for him to wake up, eat, get dressed, and head out within 30 minutes. He used to be satisfied with what I packed him of freshly made chicken in either honey buffalo or lemon pepper, and a salad, or some sort of chicken wrap. Pure healthy food. I did this because I wanted to make his life easier and show him I cared and love him. And I've done this since we first moved in together more than 3 years ago. Well, recently, I've had to start including dinner leftovers because he started asking for more food because he was still hungry afterwards, which I thought was odd because no matter if I work or not, he always comes home to prepared food, so even if he wasn't full, he'd be okay. But I explained it off with maybe he's bulking or something. So I started giving him what I normally take to work myself, which has caused me to either go without lunch and having to wait till after work, or be late for work because I have to wait till the food is ready and take some because I'm breastfeeding and I can't miss eating every time. Well, last week when I was packing his lunch, I found an unrecognized second fork in his lunchbox and was thrown off. So I asked, and he said that he found it in the kitchen of his work and brought it home. Odd. Why didn't he just leave it? I noticed small changes in him that I gaslit myself into being insecure about because I just had a baby, but this made the pit of my stomach churn. So a few days later, I decided to go to his work during lunch to surprise him with dessert and for him to see the baby. Well, that was when I found out why he wanted more food. I found his coworker, whom he told me no longer works there. The coworker whom I'd caught him talking to overly friendly. And I told him it bothered me, and I had him block her on WhatsApp. But she still worked there and was eating the lunch that I freshly prepared for him, and he was eating the leftovers. I didn't cause a scene. Instead, I took pictures and added to my folder of everything he's done before, from simple hearting other girls' stories after telling me he didn't, to naked pictures of a coworker from a previous job that he got fired from because of her. I drove home crying to pack my things. When I got home, I took the bassinet and anything I'd need for the baby and my essentials, and I went to my sisters and my brother-in-laws and told them everything. And I even showed them our conversation from WhatsApp where he told me that she no longer worked there. I normally text him throughout the day, so he started texting me and calling me to see if I was okay and what's for dinner. Then he got to the house an hour earlier than usual, which also has me question if he's been lying about what time he gets off, too. And he saw that mine and the baby's things were gone. And he found my letter that says he has 7 days to leave my house. My mom gave me this house when I was 20. And that he can communicate with my mother to see the baby when I'm at work, or whenever he wants to see her. Just let her know and I'll drop the baby off with her. I, for the time being, don't want anything to do with him. And I left the printed photos of them eating lunch together under the letter. Later that night, when I decided I no longer wanted anything to do with him, I informed the immigration lawyer that I no longer was going to need his services. Then I messaged the lawyer privately to ask if I could maybe move our contract and then the money that I've paid so far over to his divorce and family practice. Well, this caused my ex to go insane because now, if he doesn't get papers, he has to choose between his daughter and parents. To either risk never seeing his parents and family again, or never seeing his daughter again if he goes back to his home country. He's begging me to the point that I blocked him on everything. He came to my brother-in-law's house and was told to leave, or we were calling the cops. Then he later came back drunk with his buddies, who then were all scared off by my brother-in-law and his shotgun. I feel so lost, broken, and depressed. I also have security at work to make sure he doesn't show up at my office. My sister tells me to leave him, but not to divorce him, so that he could never get with anyone else and get documented that way, but I can't do that to him. I went back home, and surprisingly, there was no damage to anything, and his things, and only his things, were gone. So at least I feel a little relief in that. I'm not looking for advice. I know I'm not going back. There's no longer any trust. My mental health wouldn't be safe in that relationship. And I know I can't have my daughter grow up with that kind of relationship being an example. Then 3 weeks later, OP posted an update. I got a full checkup and I noticed I had an infection, and I was lucky that I could treat it and be good without any further issues. This also confirmed his unfaithfulness because, as I mentioned, I had a baby not long ago, and during the whole pregnancy, they checked me for everything, and they had done a full panel when I was 3 months postpartum because I got a UTI, and my doctor wanted to ensure that it was only that. Hold on, I gotta stop the story right here. Can a mother pass on a STI to baby through breastfeeding? Yes! You can pass some STIs to your baby through pregnancy, labor, birth, and breastfeeding. Yo, that makes this so much worse. Oh my God, imagine giving your wife and then your baby herpes or HIV. Oh man, this makes me sick to my stomach. To answer the question, did I talk to him to get his side of the story? Yes, when I went to tell him about the infection, I allowed him to speak his mind about everything. I only asked for the truth, as there wasn't anything else for him to ruin. It was completely over at that point. He said he never meant to hurt me, he loves his daughter and me. He enjoyed the attention, it was something new and exciting. It took his mind off the stress of bills, kids, my emotional state, and the general routine of his life. Life had gotten boring and she entertained him. I'm sorry that your wife organized your previously chaotic life. That's about what I believe to be true out of the couple of hours of begging, excuses, gaslighting, and even blaming. He claims the infection is a common one that happens because of cow poop being everywhere and because he goes outside and pees outside without washing his hands or something. He claims that his side piece doesn't like men. She was just one of the guys. He said, I only gave her lunch that day. It was just the one time that she forgot her lunch, and she asked me because she saw that I had 2 lunches. He would never stand so low as to break his family. Why would I make such assumptions? Then I showed him my doctor results and explained that it's not a normal infection like E. coli that you get because of poop. It was an actual STI. I also explained that I hadn't slept with anyone since we met, and how my doctor explained that if I had had any kind of transmissible disease, I would have known during my pregnancy, because not only is it common practice to test for all risks, but my high-risk pregnancy and preterm labor, she tested for all kinds of things to see if she could find the cause of the issues of my preterm labor. Then OP posted another update. I woke up to my husband's call. He apologized again. I'm still not budging, but he told me that he was talking to some guys at work about free clinics or where they go when they're sick. And turns out that his woman had been sleeping with a few guys from there. I don't know if it was around the same time, but one of them told my husband where to get treated for free because he got it from her too. His apology sounded more sincere this time, but I believe that's only because he realized that he wasn't special to her, just another one of the guys that she slept with. But I say sincere because he didn't have many excuses. Instead, he seemed to hold himself accountable by saying he had won the lottery and messed up. He begged for a second chance because he doesn't know what came over him. He says he hates coming home to an empty trailer, where he now lives, and he misses seeing his daughter the moment after work. What choked me up was when he said that he used to feel more exhausted when he used to come home to us because the baby would be excited to see him and would cry to be held by him. And during the week, I would often leave the same easy meals made for him so that he could eat while I left for work, and he started to get tired of them. It was a boring routine of same foods during the week, coming home and having to watch the baby so I could go to work. That solidified to me that I don't ever want to find another relationship, much less go back to him. The routine I worked hard to put my family together was a chore to him. I literally dealt with a fussy child, tired till he got home, so she would mostly sleep, and he would only need to give her a single bottle, but even then, that was too hard. He said that he would give up the world just to be back into his routine, because now he comes home to an empty trailer where it's just a bed and a fold-out table. He hasn't eaten his diet foods because he doesn't have time to prep. He started spending money on lunch because he doesn't have food made for him. He says he misses the baby so much that he cries when he goes home. I told him, I don't know what to tell you about that, but if you want to see the baby when I go to work, he can go see her at my mom's, who now babysits for me. Knowing my mom, she makes food, and she would never deny him food, so he can go over there and eat and be with the baby after work. But I had to go. I couldn't talk anymore. When I tell y'all I never cried so hard in my life, it was an understatement. It doesn't help that it's raining today. I think I'm calling into work today, and tomorrow talking to my boss about taking these days off. Then, one day later, OP makes another post in rSlash legal advice. What do I need to file a restraining order in Texas? My husband cheated on me, and the woman he cheated with is now harassing me. Apparently, she was engaged to another guy and was about to go from a visa to a residency because of her fiancé. But her fiancé somehow found out about her relationship with my husband. She believes I was the one who told her fiancé, but I don't even know who her fiancé is. Today, she's done the following. Punctured a hole in one of my tires. Wrote on my front bay window, homewrecker. Wow. Keeps calling me from different numbers, and now I'm starting to receive spam text messages after I blocked all of her numbers and I stopped answering random numbers. Threaten, I'll ruin your car like you ruined my relationship. This is all this afternoon. I called the cops, but by the time they showed up, she was gone. They said I had no proof of what she's doing, so unless they find her doing it or I have proof, their hands are tied. My mom and stepdad said they'll put up cameras in my home, and my mom is keeping my car at her home. They want me to stay with them too, but I don't want to leave my home in case she tries to do something to it. The most I was able to get is a police officer patrolling the area, meaning they'll be close and randomly pass by. I'm not sure what to do. I don't even know who her partner is, and I'm already dealing with leaving my husband, and now she's harassing me? Down in the comments, OP has an exchange with another commenter, and I'll read this part, which I feel is pretty relevant. I've lost so much hair from stress, and my milk supply has plummeted to the point that I think I may need to supplement formula soon. My mom tells me to just switch to formula because all my stress is going to go into the baby. But we've had such a bad formula shortage, I don't want to. Then, 8 days later, OP posted an update. My baby and I are doing better. She's doing okay at the moment, but unfortunately, I've started to show some physical symptoms of the extreme stress I've been going through. As of Wednesday, I haven't had any more issues with the woman, as my stepdad put cameras up. And the moment one of the cameras alerted me that they captured movement, I got on the phone with the cops. I'm not sure what she was planning, but she spent enough time under my kitchen window and my laundry window that the cops showed up and got her for trespassing. Now I've sent this video evidence to my lawyer, who said that he'll be doing an immigration report on her and use my original picture of her working with my husband and my video evidence of her trespassing. And I don't know what else to prove that she's not only in the country while her visa isn't active, but also working and doing illegal things. I don't know what she wanted, but if she would have left me alone, I would not have to do anything. Then 1 month later, OP posted an update. I quit posting because the post actually blew up enough to where she found out about it. I guess I wasn't vague enough. I guess her husband uses Reddit, and after he found out about her cheating and drama, he put 2 and 2 together and reached out to me. And I was able to confirm that it was him by phone, and we met in person to talk. Turns out, he actually reported her for overstaying her visa, but I guess somehow she didn't get deported. But she, along with a few others, including my ex, were all fired from their job because of this report. According to him, she won't be able to ever renew her visa ever again because she came as a tourist, which means she can't work. He apologized for her craziness and offered to help me, but I turned him down because his involvement might actually make it worse. My ex started sleeping around, and I guess he didn't learn his lesson. I don't care anymore, though I've come to peace that he's not the person I married. I'm so disgusted by him now that I don't even like him kissing my daughter. He does come to see her more when my mom watches her now that he got fired and is job hunting. I ask my mom that he leaves before I pick up my girl because he'll start crying the moment he sees me and try to hug me. The police have been useless, aside from a friendly officer and his wife. And it's not just that one side piece. It's like 3 side pieces who are her friends, plus a few others who have slept with my ex. And they harass me because he tells them he loves me and wants me back. Which I don't know if he's stupid or if he's manipulating them to attack me for him. Either way, I've deactivated all of my social medias. Cheating is just awful in general. It's bad enough on its own, but once the cheating actually negatively affects kids, that's when any kind of sympathy just immediately drains from my body. This guy's cheating stole mother's milk from his own baby. And presumably now this baby has to get, oh my God, this sentence, I can't even believe I have to say this sentence. This baby has to get tested for a sexually transmitted disease now. Revolting. This is awful. This guy is scum. That was r/Best of Redditor updates. And if you like this content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put out new Reddit videos every single day.